grandeur of ancient Greece, often celebrated for its philosophers, democracy, and art, lies a much darker tale, one marked by deep societal inequalities. Examining this era more closely, we find a world where women, slaves, and other disenfranchised groups faced significant adversity and fell victim to various social crimes. To set the stage, it's crucial to understand the societal framework of classical Greece. This was a world profoundly structured by hierarchy and privilege, where full citizenship and associated rights were exclusively granted to free Athenian males. Women, irrespective of their social class, were largely denied any political power or property rights, essentially rendering them second-class citizens. They were expected to remain within the confines of domestic life, with their primary roles confined to childbearing, managing the household, and serving male relatives. Public life, politics, and in many cases, education were strictly off-limits. Slaves in ancient Greece fared even worse. Deprived of any personal freedom, they were considered property rather than people. These individuals were subject to the whim of their masters and could be bought, sold, or punished without any legal recourse. Their labor powered the economy, yet their existence and contributions were overlooked, making them victims of an institutional crime that pervaded Greek society. Adding to this landscape were the metics, or resident foreigners, who, despite often making vital economic contributions, were denied citizenship and legal protection. They were required to pay additional taxes and had limited opportunities, living perpetually on the fringes of Greek society. Women faced another set of injustices, both in marriage and education. Though marriage was a significant institution, wives were given little autonomy and were effectively transferred from the authority of their fathers to that of their husbands. Education, reserved mainly for boys, left little room for women to acquire the knowledge or skills necessary to rise above their prescribed roles. This lack of education was a social crime that systematically oppressed half the population. While Athenian democracy is celebrated, it's essential to remember it excluded a vast segment of society. The disenfranchisement of women, slaves, and foreigners created a paradox in the very heart of democratic Athens. The practice of ostracism, for instance, where citizens could vote to exile a person deemed dangerous, shows that even among free males, there was potential for abuse of power. Legal protection for these marginalized groups was virtually non-existent, and justice was selectively applied. The court system, dominated by male citizens, offered little solace or advocacy for women or slaves. Rape and domestic abuse, crimes predominantly affecting women, were commonplace but rarely prosecuted, reflecting the systemic misogyny of the time. As we conclude, it is imperative to acknowledge these historical injustices, not only to understand the past, but to recognize parallels in our world today. Ancient Greece, often idealized, offers us a complex picture, one where great streets in philosophy and politics coexisted with significant social crimes and inequality. This narrative serves as a powerful reminder of the long and ongoing struggle for equity and justice that transcends time and geography. Thus, the legacy of ancient Greece is not solely its triumphs, but also its failures, from which we must learn to build a more just society for all.